Everybody, okay, call. Yep. I know. Hey, I gotta talk to you about something. About something right now. Look at this. Tokens. So you're going to get your NFTs, right? You got to get your NFTs. Get your NFTs. Okay, now listen. So you got your token. You got your phone device here. Where's your NFTs? What is this? I gotta talk to you about this. It's called the Kin Token. You need to get the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. NFTs, right? 3 hours each. And folks, Kin Tokes. Kin Token. Well, howdy, folks. Me and my little buddy here don't want y'all to get caught up in the rat race. So you're gonna get your Kin Tokens early. You're gonna wait for that airdrop until the membership sells out. Now you could take that to the bank. You could take that to the decentralized blockchain technologies, buddy.
Well, alrighty there, okay.
It's the freaking Kin Token, folks. Get the Kin Token. It's the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. Get the Kin Token, folks! You need to get the Kin Token! Get the Kin Token before it's too late! It's like he's, like, I get it, like Kin's Token. He's like, because he's like token. Kin's Token.
And we're live, bros.
We're live. Welcome to the show.
Well, you're kind of, I was gonna say, you're a ghost.
I'm a figment of your imagination. I love you, though.
We're here with our bro Kyle from playcartel.com. How goes it?
What's going on? Good morning. I'm sorry for missing the first round this morning.
No, I told the community it was a time zone miscommunication, and it does happen. I usually go live at noon, so when you said 9 a.m., I was like, oh, I guess he needs me to change the time. And I was just like, okay, cool. I'll change the time. It's Kyle. Of course I'll go live at 9 a.m. I got out of bed at 8 a.m. this morning for you. So if you know, I
got out of bed at 8 a.m. for me too, but only on PST.
yeah. So we're even. Holy shit, that totally balances. We're even.
Yeah, it's easy to get him up before the crack of noon, honestly.
Yeah, that's why the podcast is at noon. I don't get up before 11:30.
I get up. I'm from like 6 a.m. to about 3 in the morning, personally. I'm open all day.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Morton, Matt D, Sultan Crypto, how goes it, bro? Love you. Randy, hey, bro, I'll see you soon. Matthias, Luciana, miss you already. Art Officials, damn, I miss him too. R, how goes it, R? What's up, everyone? Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to be talking about playcartel.com, wax, NFTs, gamified tokenization, or gamified tokenomics, really. And I wanted to get into it with Kyle, just, I guess, if you wanted to introduce yourself. I feel like you're a guest that doesn't need much introduction, but I guess cracking into the NFT space, introduce yourself, let people know a little bit about your crypto background, and then we'll get into, what you're doing now with NFTs.
Oh, for sure. So I got into crypto, started studying it in like 2016, could have got in at 2011 like everybody else. It was nerd money at the time, and plus I wasn't an investor then. 2017 figured out like the strategies, doing a whole bunch of like trial and error. There was no mentors, so I kind of just figured it out myself mostly. And then I started mentoring in crypto all the way up to recently I've been just focused on the NFT project. So for the past year, I just seen last April that the trend was about to build and explode in NFTs.
Yep.
They've been around way before and I didn't really pay attention to them, but I'm pretty good at noticing trends. And I was like telling all the group members in my private groups, like, get into NFTs. I think there's like 3 people that did it. One person put in $500 and their portfolio turned to 50 grand by like.
Can I take a guess? Was that NBA Top Shot?
No, actually I got into Top Shot and I'm the one who told all of my group members to get into it. And then some other people did. And like we all took a ride for our lives. This was April. I think it was like Binance was releasing some sort of NFT, and then I think like Vive was coming out, and some people Vive. I don't know how. To this day, I still don't know what the official pronunciation is.
It's
VV or
VV.
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 Yeah, that's what I call it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
So,
I feel like we're all saying it wrong as VV though. I will say that because it's like saying meme as Mimi.
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 Yeah.
That's what I said. It's not right.
No, it's meme. It's meme.
This is news to me.
God damn it. And he's my co-host, ladies and
Shit.
gentlemen.
Wow, that's
well,
embarrassing.
yeah.
So
So
you
that
saw
point,
the
like,
trend coming early though. Like, you've seen it before, like the obvious. You saw the telltale signs, and now like what you're doing is starting a project with Wax in the NFT space.
well, the thing was, I was looking at the landscape and seeing like where all the utility is at for blockchain stuff, and for what I was building or thinking in my head, like we have a bunch of assets. I didn't go out and create this assets because I wanted to make an NFT. It's because I already had the assets, and it was like one move away from turning them into NFTs. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I can do something with this. So we had all these assets, and I'm like, okay, what can I mint fast that can do microtransactions? Because Ethereum, the gas fees are just crazy, and it was OpenSea was back then. I think they were charging you up front to mint before you could even sell anything. I think they switched it since then.
Yeah.
So when I started minting them, I'm like, well, we're going to make a whole bunch of assets. And I got all these variants because I was making the art and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And I was like, oh, we can layer these as like rarity levels. So I was like halfway through it, I'm like, okay. Ahead of time, I was like, okay, we can make the art and sell it. But then I saw other people making trading card games, and I was like deep into Gwent, which is Witcher's tradable card game inside the game. I'm like, oh, that's kind of smart. You can make playable cards, make the rules. So we went out and made all these rules, my co-writer and I, and we tested it. And it's like inspired by Gwent and Magic, but it's got a completely different set of rules, completely different way that you play. Obviously, there's so many trading card games at this point where it's like you could take some core rules and just like change them just a bit or change them drastically if you want.
Right.
It's like taking a tire and making a tire better. So the tire is always going to be a tire, but you're just going to, change things to it. So that's kind of where we went. And then it was like, okay, we're getting close to Halloween and this is horror relay. We got to launch. Let's forget about the trading card game templates and all that because it's going to take another 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Dropped it as art. Being a subject matter that people like love or hate, it's an acquired taste. So people are saying, well, you're never going to sell out if you don't sell out in the first like week or two. I'm like, well, this was never built to sell out in the first week or two. Plus, I've learned a lot too. It's like we might have made way too many packs, but the reason that I was telling you about was the infusion system where
Let me just say before I won't want to distract you too much. Please go back to that in 1 second. But I don't think you made too many packs at all. I think that mentality comes from people that are trying to scalp your packs and flip them for a profit and then sell them to people that genuinely like what you're doing and want to own them themselves. So the only people that are hurting from this are the people that are scalpers. The people that don't even want to join your community and be a part of the project. They just want to early invest and early sell. Buy low, sell high. And I think what you did is you made it a great opportunity for everybody to get into an NFT project without worrying about the secondary market being a barrier of entry immediately. You know what I mean? Like, so I just wanted to give you like that might be coming from people that you don't even want to talk to. Like, you know what I mean? So some people that are, maybe you should ignore, and that's like the voices I ignore, those that are just like scalper mentality.
They're always the loudest too. They're always the
They
loudest
really are,
voices, and they're not actually a lot of people complaining. It's usually a few people.
The market makers.
Yeah, they're just making so much noise that it kind of overwhelms everything.
So I digress. Back to what you were saying.
Let's go. For it.
So yeah, to yes and to that. I think when I'm going out trying to do partnerships, we withheld 25% of the packs. Maybe we could have hold more, maybe we could have hold less. I chose 25% to say that if maybe some whale did come in and buy up everything, and then they hold so much majority stake, that's not very fair for everybody. not saying that would happen, but I gotta think like best case and worst case scenario.
Well, that could be like
Second,
you know how like physical stores buy boxes of like Pokemon cards to redistributing, right? So you never know.
store
Somebody
away.
might come in and buy it wholesale to become a redistributor on Atomic Hub. That's not really scalping. That's wholesale redistributing. That's
Yeah.
somebody making a business out of your business.
That's a way to do it. And
Yeah.
then the other thing is like all the money that we get, most of it is going straight into building more infrastructure. Since we're so early in NFTs right now, there's so many features that don't exist on specific blockchains. Like Ethereum might have, you can sell portions of your NFT as like shares. Wax just released that, I think like a week or two ago that I noticed. But it's like there's so many features in the gaming aspect of Wax itself. Let's say Solana has some that Wax doesn't have, Wax some that Solana doesn't have. Ethereum has a lot, but it costs too much. So you're stuck with like either you've been in the game and you've been stacking your Ethereum, or you can't afford a $250 gas fee just to like, you know, change the price on your NFT or like do a transaction or something just so simple. It's like, okay, Wax makes the perfect sense for this.
Yep.
So yeah, the thing with that was like you were saying about supply. The thing with supply on my perspective was we wanted to have enough for infusions, but we also wanted to have enough to where it could also help pay for the next steps.
Yep.
So we're doing ours a different way than most people.
Yeah, the infusions are definitely going to help with scarcity. So, I mean, if you wanted to put some
Yeah.
people's minds at ease with the circulating supply of packs, yeah, let's jump into the infusions because, like, we were talking a little bit in the text off air. Honestly, I think you're doing a world's first, like, kind of a pack incorporation. Like, nobody's, I don't think any, like, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I don't think anybody's done what Kyle's doing with these infusion, like, method with the packs.
To be honest, I think we probably have at least half a dozen, if not a dozen features that we plan to build that no one's done yet. But to start off, I think there's 2, 3, 4 features that like right away no one's ever done. So the first one is like, I wonder if I could share a screen.
Yeah,
Should I
actually,
share-
that would be great because I don't have my extra monitors, so you have to do it.
Okay, so I'll do this.
Boom.
Yeah, you'll have to. Okay, you're good. All right, so I'll show people visually so they can see what's up. So here's a website. We go to PAX. Okay, so there's a few things that we've done here that I don't think anybody's ever done before. So this is the Nifty Blocks place. By the way, by the time we get off air, we should have the common packs minted and then legendary packs minted. So the first thing we've done here is we've made rarity in packs. Every pack has a rarity level. So we start from common to uncommon, rare, super rare down here, iconic, and then legendary. The reason we did this is every drop I notice, especially in Wax, was like you get a basic pack or a jumbo pack, or they might have 3 packs. It's like everything they were doing was just exactly the same thing nonstop. I was like, okay, that's kind of basic. I feel like that's the old trading card style. Like if you could see my table right now, it's just stacked full of like PSA slab Michael Jordan cards and sports cards, all of that. That's the old way. I don't enjoy that. People are so toxic in that community. I just want to sell everything and get out forever and come over it. NFT community people are like so nice. I don't understand the difference. But so we have rarities, and let's put it this way. I wanted to create a different dynamic for how people are collecting. The first thing is I've got probably 3,000, 4,000 comic books I've been collecting since I was a kid. Biggest comic book dork ever, biggest gamer dork ever. Like all I ever did was read books and comics growing up. I grew up in the middle of nowhere with no TV, no nothing. So all I had was my imagination. So like a lot of these covers are inspired by that. The covers are kind of like, instead of just having a pack and everybody's got these packs, I don't want to say any specific names, but when I bought Wax packs of different brands, it's just like they're sitting there and it's so basic to me. So for me, I wanted to.
Actually, you're right. You have an animated pack. I didn't even notice because I'm kind of like, I just open them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm either diamond hands my packs and I don't even look at it, or I just open them. I actually never even noticed that none of the packs that I have on Atomic Hub are animated.
There's a lot of lame packs.
There are a lot of lame packs. Like, it didn't even dawn on me, bro.
Step your pack up.
Yes, so with the packs,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
ladies
as you're
and
saying that
gentlemen.
right now, so the packs move in the same rarity as the NFTs inside of them. So a
Keep
common
going. I
pack
can
is
hear
a
you. Be right
flat,
back.
okay. A common pack is essentially a flat image. Okay, and then uncommon is it's moving. And then rare is it's moving and fading into another art piece. So each art piece is actually handcrafted. So every variant is handcrafted, every rarity is handcrafted. This is not like a system like, Bored Ape Yacht Club where they can go plug it into some software that outsources various layers and then they have their own thing going. Like I went on Twitter yesterday, I seen like 10 or 15 mimics already. I'm like, damn, everybody's doing that. But I don't see a lot of utility in that. Like Bored Ape Yacht Club, what they did is absolutely amazing. All the knockoffs, I can't say the same for that.
Well, I
It's
feel
just so
like the
simple.
knockoffs are just going to copy Bored Ape Yacht Club. So there's a physical club that opened here in Miami where I'm moving. And if you have a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, you can get into the club. It's the only way to get into the club. And now I imagine there's going to be like a shitty 2-star club down the street for all those knockoff NFTs to get in. You know what I mean? like when you can't get into the fucking nice club on the strip, you go off strip in Vegas. They're going to have off strip NFT clubs.
It's just a parking lot in Wynwood.
Yeah, that's just a parking lot.
That's hilarious.
That's the utility
yeah.
they're going to have.
2017, was it 2017 or 2018? Vegas had a club where you had to buy their crypto. I don't know if there's an NFT to get in, but you had to get the crypto to get in.
There's a few like that.
In the feature film. So we'll get through the packs and I'll discuss the rest later. But there's something cool with the NFTs that we'll discuss later.
I'm just staring at
like,
that series 1 in the middle there. That dude's eyes keep glowing.
Yeah.
So
this one. Okay, so you're gonna love. After I get through how the rarities work, I'll tell you about this common pack and why it's so cool, and why it cost me a lot of money. Okay, so each one of these is rare, and I'm trying out so many things that I've never seen. So like, it's all just trial and error. We might not follow the same system in the future. I definitely want to follow the rarity system in the future where you're getting various rarity in packs. So the legendary pack, which I told you privately, like I've told this to other people too, is that there's a legendary pack. The legendary pack has no common or uncommon NFTs, and you're guaranteed nothing but rares. You're guaranteed one legendary, you're guaranteed iconics, you're guaranteed super rare, you're guaranteed rare, and it's a set amount. The only way to get it is to infuse all the other packs together. We haven't stated this publicly about the actual requirements, so don't quote me on that. But you will need pretty much all the packs in order to get a legendary. The thing with these is that the packs also have a collector score. When I was in Top Shot, my biggest pet peeve, one of them was I bought so many packs in December and I got in early and I was telling other people, get in Top Shot, get in Top Shot. I think 2 or 3 people did. One person did it a week after me, another person did it 2 weeks, another person did it a month. The person who did it a month, like, listened to me a month later, the hype was already building within the month. By mid-January, and like everything was already selling out and it was popping, so they missed out. So when I say
bought
something,
one, by the way, I was like trying to log into Atomic since we started this live stream, and I just bought one, so I got mint number 6, I think.
One of these?
Yeah, I got mint number 6, I believe.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I like
that's the lowest. That's the lowest one.
I saw low mint, like anything that I see that's still like under 10. Like, wow, all right. Like, yeah, you still have a few of these that are under mint number 10. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy them.
That's so. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see up here. Like, we're getting wax in here. I see the wax coming in. So let me finish this, and then I'll tell you like some things that people can learn from if they're ever trying to build something like this. So first thing is like moving image packs. I'd never seen that done. I felt like, wow, that could really add a lot if people
I'm
are
stealing your
collectors.
idea. I'm not gonna sell. I have
Yeah.
never sold like packs that people open. Like we did the packs for the bro token, but it was an
Yeah.
airdrop pack.
Mm.
So I'm definitely stealing your idea now.
Yeah, I could see a video of you dancing.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
not really
dancing
stealing.
away
It's
on the
like
toilet.
Well, I'm
it's
inspired
starting
by
a
it.
thing. It's starting a trend. Okay, so
Yeah, well, you're
one
setting
thing
a
here-
standard, and I'm actually kind of jealous because that's my fucking thing in wax, dickhead.
Yeah, you're like Louis Vuitton.
I like to
Well,
set the
you-
standard by leading by example, and I feel like that's what you're doing with the cartel. Is you're setting an example and setting a standard by it.
That's what the cartel
The
does.
thing
Alex.
is, there's so
the cartel's known for setting good examples.
Yeah.
there's so few people that know about this project right now. Like you're pretty much the first influencer to actually like help. You know, I've asked other influencers and they're like, how much money you got? We need money. I'm like, look, if you're an influencer for NFTs, why don't you want to get paid in
Oh,
NFTs?
dude.
Like
It's a
they
big
have a
problem
retail
right now.
price.
Yeah,
They're
no,
like-
it's-
Even friends of ours.
Yeah,
like,
no.
you know,
So full disclosure, all I asked for from Kyle was to give my bros a pack. So if you have a 420 membership, if you're a member, you're gonna get a common pack. That's all I asked for, right? I mean, like I feel like that's fuck. Why don't more influencers
Yeah.
just want to help their community and help
I don't
projects
get
at the
it,
same
man.
time?
Yeah, instead of accepting something
I
for yourself,
don't get it.
give it to your fans.
If you saw some of the replies I got, is like $500 to tweet to your 3,600 members on Twitter. I'm like, what?
Dude, we have friends that'll be like 2 ETH for a retweet. And it's like, oh my god. It's a little-
Like what?
Yeah, I don't let those kind of people in my hotel room.
It's tough. It's so tough.
No, but you're right, man, and I'm sure more people will pick up on it naturally, even, and they're gonna miss out on being part of the early community. That's why I think this is a safer way to go, and a lot of people come in too jaded. But support everybody until they prove themselves unworthy of your support. Don't make people prove themselves to you to support them. You know, or myself, I wouldn't be where I'm at if people constantly made me prove myself before they gave me a chance.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you this, Ken. I know we met in Los Angeles when you came down and you were making some art and stuff. You were, to be honest with you, I didn't know a lot about NFTs. I followed everything you and Stash were saying. I've learned at least half of what I know, if not more. I've learned from you guys. So it's like, you guys paved the way for me. So it's like, all I can do is give back to you. So if you want to learn some feature I'm doing, like, have at it.
Yeah, man.
Serious.
So let's talk about some of those things that you've learned, you know, launching this project, and anything you could like maybe teach some people about, like, you know, even the packs. How difficult was it? Because a lot of Atomic Hub has issues with, you know, image resolution, image size, and these
Oh,
look
yeah.
very high quality, very high resolution, and they're also animated.
Well, finishing up real quick, each pack has a serial number. So as a collector on Top Shot, the biggest pet peeve was like they wouldn't give us a collector score if I didn't open the pack.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know guaranteed what's inside the pack. You know you're getting this many rares or commons, which all have collector score. Why can't you just hook us up with the collector score so we can get some of the perks? The second collector score issue with Top Shot for me, I'm not picking apart Top Shot. It's just like they're the only ones doing this, so I can't use another example. Was that with the collector score, there's really no guarantee anything other than like you're guaranteed to be in line first, and if everybody else is in line, you're still not guaranteed to get, you know, any of the premium stuff. So I like dumped thousands of dollars into it, and I didn't. For literally this year, I've only got one rare thing. I got lucky on a holo pack,
Ooh,
and then
that is lucky though.
Yeah.
That's binding luck.
yeah,
Compound.
I opened it and I pulled like $1,600 worth of stuff. It cost $1,000, but it's like you would think that like you could make your money back, but it's like as we progress and move forward and they mint, it's really hard to keep up. And I'm learning from other people, so it's like that's why I was questioning myself: did I over mint this? But then when you say infusions, so let me show you how infusions work. So with each pack, right, my main goal was like I want to make something art very artsy. So people who want to collect the pack and not open them, because I know there's holders, want to appreciate the art. So that was the first step, having variant art packs. So let's go to my packs. We're on Nifty Blocks, by the way. Let me show you this.
Yeah, I'm getting my Nefty tattoo. Shout out to Nefty. Ken tokens now
Hey.
available. You know that you could sell your cartel packs for Ken token on Nefty Blocks now.
Oh, what?
Just
I'm gonna do
saying.
that.
Just saying.
I'm gonna do that.
Do
I gotta
it.
get it on the floor, bro.
That's a good
I
way
gotta
to
get it on the
promote people
floor.
from other communities to incorporate their thing.
Yeah, what I would recommend outside of Ken token, honestly, since you mentioned Nefty Blocks is where cartel's going to be living, the Dust community is huge. And if you could offer like a 5% discount from your wax sales, if people were to buy the same NFT with Dust, you could probably get a huge community from the Dust community to join your community because you're using their community token at the register. It's almost like when a store accepts Visa, MasterCard, and American Express, you're accepting Wax, Ken, Dust, other currencies that other communities are mainly focusing on using.
That's cool. Like, I didn't know about that. We'll have to discuss that for sure later about how
So
to go
let's
about
talk about
doing promos.
infusing because this is new to everybody. Like,
Okay. The final thing is collector scores on packs, and this is part of infusing too. That's why I'm mentioning it. So every rarity has a different collector score, right? And then if you check, you can check out the mint count. So when we're burning and infusing, this system does not exist yet, and I'll talk to Juan about it. Juan at Nefty.
Sure.
Maybe they'll build it later on. The thing is like knowing when something has been burned to the public. So like in real time, someone just burned these NFTs, and if you burn a pack, you don't know what's inside. You might have just burned a holy grail. You might have just burned trash. You don't know. Just because the serial number on the pack is not ideal for you doesn't mean that you're not holding just some absolute gems inside. You don't know that.
right.
So let's go back here. All right. So we're missing.
That's actually pretty forward thinking too, man. I like that a lot. I'm trying to think like, wow, that's actually great for long-term collectability. So good shit, dude.
Yeah,
You kind of
deflationary.
overthought this one.
In a good way.
Way overthought it. It cost me.
I can see
It cost
that.
me 3 or 4 times more to mint everything just because I was like, I want to hit every single note. Nobody's doing this. Here's the thing. When you have a project nobody knows about with no community yet, all you can do is be like, well, we can have these features or we can have something a little extra nobody else is doing. Otherwise, you just blend it. Like, obviously, no one's making fine art, clown art anywhere that I've ever seen. So I'm like, we're good to go there. But outside of that, it's like, what features can you build in the community to give them a little bit extra so they're not just, I bought my pack, now what?
Yeah.
And constantly give somebody something to do. Otherwise, they're just like burned out. They're like, okay, I'm moving on to the next one that's making me money. This is not making me money. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, what can I do to help you out? Okay, so for infusions, check this out. All right, so you've noticed there's 5 packs here. There's a legendary. We're actually minting the common and legendary after we get off, which allows everybody to finally open the packs. Infusions is still being built by Nefty, so when that's ready, we'll announce it that you can. We'll have different challenges and stuff like that. Essentially, you're gonna at least. Don't quote me on this, but y'all at least need one of every pack. Now, the thing with the common pack is you're like, wow, that's really cool. This is actually not a piece of art that's in any of these pack drops. This is actually a fine art piece. And it's the one that's on the cover of the website. Here's the thing. With this piece, we made like the same art piece with different drop styles, kind of like Bored Ape Yacht Club has all the variants. So we'll release that later on. So this is the first place you're going to be hearing about that. We already have like 100-something variants of this one.
When you say
But
it like
with
that,
this-
are they all one of ones?
No. Yeah, those will be one of ones, but they're not in the packs. So the only one of ones in these packs are Holy Grails. So we have 11 Holy Grails hidden in the packs.
So there's 11
The whole-
one of ones. It's not one of 11.
No, 11 one of ones.
Okay, that's dope.
That's cool.
But the thing is, the Holy Grails in these packs each they're each a different art piece, but there's also levels to Holy Grail, which nobody's done that before. So there's a Holy Grail 1 of 1. But the variant, the difference between the Holy Grails is the type of art. Like all of these are layered. This one is just a flat image. This one is a moving image. This is a moving image faded to another piece of art. This one is moving image with the eyeballs in like a background.
The fourth one reminds me of Super Mario 64 when you used to grab on Mario's nose and stretch it on the screen.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, old school. That's badass. Yeah, the thing was like I didn't see people doing a lot of moving images, and I'm like, well, I can do that. So I literally, when I was making the art pieces, there was no save feature on the software I was using. So I had to rebuild the entire collection one full time, and that took me 2 months to build it in the first place. So I had to gut it and start over because I noticed errors in the art. And then I had to redo half of those again because I noticed one little piece of art variant missing. And then you get to like a level iconic rarity and you realize like I have to remake everything because it doesn't match up with the previous pieces. So I had to I spent like 3 months remaking art pieces. Now we have a save feature, so that's cool.
That sounds fun.
So the thing with the infusions is for the legendary, you're guaranteed no commons and no uncommons, only rare. And you're guaranteed a legendary, you're guaranteed iconic, super rare, and rares in the legendary pack. So like you could take a chance burning these to get the legendary. The only way to get the legendary is through infusions. Now here's the second thing involving infusions is that you don't know where you're going to burn inside. And that's also going to limit supply. So it's deflationary.
Oh, shit,
and I remember,
that's right.
I remember Bomb Token did that in that thing, Moon. Like, I don't know what Bomb Token's doing now, but I'm also seeing like,
well, dude, it's exponential burn rate. Like that's a burn of a burn. A burn affects the burn. Like it's a burn of a burn. Double burn.
So like when you burn anything, you're burning the pack serial number. You're also burning anything that's inside. So anybody caught holding and leftovers now has a deflationary supply versus demand.
Burning a Holy Grail, bro.
It's
Somebody's gonna do it. Like it's a matter of statistics.
Gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
On purpose at some point too. That's also
yeah. So the levels of Holy Grail is you got Holy Grail Elite, Holy Grail Infusion. We have 6 levels of Holy Grail. The variance of Holy Grail is you would get a higher collector score. Now the thing with a collector score is later on that's what's going to give you the perks. The perks are going to be things like
Oh, I thought you meant like Percocet.
No, members only areas. We're gonna allow like we'll do snapshots of leaderboards. I know Juan at Nifty Blocks is building leaderboards, so
yeah,
that's gonna be tied into collector score later on, and then we take snapshots at the end of the week, end of the month, whatever. As people are constantly burning and buying packs and like buying new NFTs, selling them, burning and fusing, and stuff like that, you're gonna see all kinds of collector scores changing. Now, don't quote me on this, but we're gonna give back something. And my thoughts were maybe we're gonna give back some of the 5% of the secondary marketplace fees if we're generating some, or we're gonna give back more NFTs or rare mints that you can only get through, collector score, things like that, members only area type of stuff.
Yeah, man.
Okay. So here's another thing with infusions. When you do infusions, you can open up packs and then mint. You're going to be able to use the NFTs for infusion variants, or you're going to do packs for variants. When you get those variants, your collector score is going to go up by double plus half. So like 1.5 times, 150%. So if this pack is worth 40 collector score, all of a sudden the infusion pack is going to be worth 40 plus 40 plus 20. So 100. So now you're increasing your collector score by burning all of these. So there's various ways to get collector score. Collector score is the game. That's the first game.
So there's going to be a meta. Some player always figures out like the best strategy, the meta for how to acquire stats. So somebody's going to be like, complete this set, burn this, and then it's going to be, but it's
that's up to them, man.
I know, but I'm interested to see what is going to be the best method and what's going to be considered the meta for getting on the leaderboard.
Yeah, what's the play?
Because the only way to do this is to try it, and no one's ever done this before. There's going to be a whole lot of like, I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to sit back and watch people. I know there's like 3 or 4 really hardcore cartel collectors already. There's a lot of people who haven't bought any packs that are in the group. There's some people who have bought some and they don't know what to do and they're just going to hold.
Well, as
It's
a
like-
collector, I think it's great that you're considering giving back in any way. Using the score rate is perfect. Splinterlands did pretty much a similar thing. They created SPS, and however many of their NFTs you hold, you get an airdrop daily of that
Yeah.
token, and it's been doing fairly. It's a great strategy. So like to see something like this coming directly to Wax is pretty exciting. And I say this with all due respect. It's exciting because people are going to steal the shit out of this, and I'm finally going to be rewarded for having massive collections on Wax.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, here's another reason we did burns and infusions. When I'm trying to go Atomic Hub or any marketplace, it's nightmare trying to find what I'm looking for. Everybody's just dumping their commons because there's no use for them other than they were chasing a serial number or they needed it for an infusion, or it was a piece they were looking for, a player they were looking for, or something like that. Like, it's a nightmare to try to find any of that. And trying to sell any of your commons, like, it's a nightmare. I'm like, okay, how can we give benefit to people at the same time at like decreasing supply and making your collection more rare? Like, there's a whole lot of perks to burning. So I'm like, as far as like cartel, we might withhold 25% of these, but I'm still playing the game like I'm a collector. I'm taking my money on the side to buy packs. Like, I only have a common and uncommon at this point. There's other people that have way more packs than me. I'm treating this like I'm a regular collector. I want to feel the experience. So
Well,
if
I mean, I
make
just bought one of each pack, and it ain't like you're fucking paying me. Like, I'm the same way, bro.
you didn't get one of each pack though. So here's the thing
of
with
the
common
available
pack.
packs.
No, yeah, but okay, I'll have to put you. The rares are for whitelisters only. Like,
Yeah, we
they're
had
not
somebody in the
sold out,
chat
so
asking,
anybody-
how do they get whitelisted for that?
you go to the website playcartel.com and just join the email list, and then we blast out an email. I'll probably have to make a separate email list for that, just so that I don't want to send the same email twice. So I'll need your Wax address, and then I plug it into a whitelist by hand. So that gives you up to 3 packs that you can buy. This pack is just stacked. We priced it at 1031 because we released on 1031, and it's Billy Boy's birthday. Billy Boy's the elite pet,
Happy
which
belated.
is officially equity.
Happy.
Yeah, so he the reason we released mainly this character is because that's all the content we have, but we have hundreds of clowns that are coming in to the mix.
Sounds
This is
scary.
just the first release. There's going to be all kinds of clowns, not this guy, but
Is
like,
playcartel.com going to sponsor the Insane Clown Posse Festival?
I haven't even talked to them yet. Like, I don't know how I want to go about that because I know there's some
Aren't
pretty
they on
like
Cameo?
wild people.
Right after this podcast, you
What about
open Cameo, and you give those clowns $100, and they will make a promotional video for the cartel.
Boom.
Wait,
You want
they're
a
on
Shaggy
it?
Too
Like,
Dope video?
Yeah,
Shaggy's
they're,
on
they're
there?
on Cameo. You can give them like
Violent
$100.
J and Shaggy Two Dopes on there?
I'm almost positive they are because everybody.
Oh my god, I gotta go on
Probably
there.
get
If they're
Violent
on
J.
there, I'll find
It's
them.
very violent though. Watch out. I mean, it gets
I've
scary.
seen a
Yeah, I
lot of
haven't talked to
people
them, but
post
you know,
those.
like the thing is, like I'm in touch with someone on Instagram who like just has the massive clown network. They've been posting clown content forever. They know all of the clowns. I've been following clowns for like 5 years now because this character's been around for a decade already. It's like, just because nobody here knows about him doesn't mean he's got a fan base. Like, look on YouTube. There's a guy who I have no idea who he is, like making fan videos of Billy Boy. I'm like, okay, well,
Hey,
time to make
Salt and
some-
Crypto in the
Okay.
chat. I saw you post a link, and when I click on the link, it says, oh, you can't see because of my green screen, but it says unauthenticated. So I don't know if that link's working or not. Crypto Sultan.
Unauthenticated for
Shout out,
what?
by the way, love you.
Yeah, he said he's trying to sell some of his NFTs for Ken token right now on Nifty Block.
Ooh.
Who? Oz?
No, Sultan Crypto. Not Ozzy,
Oh.
no. Different Sultan.
Oh, okay.
I love how
let
we
me-
immediately like know the same dude though. Like,
Let me tell you what cost a lot, and this is a trial and error thing. First of all, it cost me a lot to mint all of these. The second is this is just a wrapper cover. That's why I was saying like you didn't get all the packs. When you open this, it has common packs with each cover. You don't know which cover you're going to get, but all those are required to get the legendary. So it's going to require people to open this wrapper cover to get randomly that cover or that cover or that cover or that cover or the legendary cover that are
dope.
flat images. Those are all going to be required to get the legendary. So you don't know what cover is inside here. So you have a pack within a pack. If you bought this pack and you don't like the serial number, you might get a better serial number inside. You might not like that serial, then you open it and you get NFTs. Because we did
That's
multi-layer,
Very
no one's
nice.
ever done that, but it cost me a ton of money. That's probably why nobody's ever done it. Or maybe I did it by mistake.
Maybe I did it by now. He's reconsidering it.
Some of the best things were created by mistake.
But it sounds like a lot of fun. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know,
That's
it's
the
like when
thing. You want
Christian
to keep
doll
giving
packs.
people layers. You want to keep people giving layers to their collectible stuff. Like they might want to just open this and just have the NFTs, but we have packs within this pack. That's what cost me so much money, because there was 11,1111 mints, so I had to pay the wax fee twice for that, because there's a wrapper to get the pack and then the pack within the pack. That's what cost me so much. It cost me thousands for that. Like,
Yeah, when they say wax has no fees, that's for
There's
you,
fees.
the collectors,
Yeah.
not us, the creators.
yeah,
So,
it
I-
cost like I've dumped 20,000 wax to get the whole project minted, just minted 20,000.
Damn. I hope
It's a
you're
lot.
doubling down. Every time you spend wax on the project, you should be long-term holding that same amount, 1-to-1 ratio.
Or provide liquidity also. So 1-1-1.
Yeah,
Well,
1-1-1.
we're-
Yeah. That way you're getting paid back in some form guaranteed.
Once we get to 20,000 up here, then we'll be break even. So
Yeah, man. I mean, it's only a matter of time, dude. Like the art is sick. It's a completely new style of a collection, especially with the infusions. The animated packs are dope. I mean, again, it's just it's an early project. You didn't like ICO. It's not like you have like a
Yeah.
paid Telegram that already has like 50,000 people in it or
No.
something. Like you're starting grassroots, and I think
Very
as long as you
grassroots.
put in the time, like they say, if you build it, they will hodl it.
The thing about this too is like, this is an acquired taste. I noticed, like, I've been pitching the feature film in Hollywood for a while. I pitched it a year before the Joker came out and won all those Oscars. When I pitched it, like the whole point in the storyline, why you notice is like 111 and 666 is about balance. The storyline is about balance. It's about a journalist who wakes up. Well, I mean, there's a little more than that. I'll just give you the gist. The journalist wakes up to find a bomb attached to his wrist with amount of time saying, you have to go find Billy Boy before the bomb explodes. So finding Billy Boy is almost like a soul search, like a self-discovery thing. So everything that's going in there is forcing him to achieve his full potential, which is the cartel's thing. They like abduct these super bright, talented, young children in various ways when they're young, and then put them through crazy torturing. They'll say training, but from an other person's perspective, they'll say torture. Kind of like
Torture,
there's always
training.
perspective.
I don't know. What are you, a Marine?
It's all perspective. No, it's like Chester's Monster Factory and MK Ultra type of stuff, but even crazier than that.
I
That's
like
kind of the
that.
backstory
I
of the
like that a
character.
lot.
So like Billy Boy, you think Navy SEALs are crazy and they can go just like clean house. This guy's like 10 times a Navy SEAL. So it's that kind of stuff. It's like John
10x the
Wick.
Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, because it's like, imagine your mind, and we only use like 20% of our brains. There's 80% of it that's just sitting there, because we're so used to using tools and calcifying our pineal gland and stuff like that we're never going to fully get our full minds unless we just stop using all this technology and all the stuff that's like watering us down. Back in the day, it's like how the Egyptians build things? Did they use levitation? How do they all know about the alignment of stars? How are all the pyramids perfectly stacked up across the world that align perfectly with the solar system? They knew things that we don't know. And they didn't
Or
have
we
any,
forgot.
or we forgot because we're so focused on the wrong things, which is like, look at my Lambo type of nonsense. I'm
It
like,
goes really fast though.
nobody's real, like, the
You know
whole point of
that.
this
I'm just kidding.
storyline. So the thing is, this is not just NFTs. Other people are releasing NFTs. This is a game. The first game is Collector Score. The second game is we're making a trading card game. The trading card game is like we said,
Physical?
inspired by like Gwent and Magic the Gathering type of thing. It's got its own rules. That's coming layer 2. Okay, the third thing is we got a podcast coming with this character. We got story cards coming. We have graphic novel prepped. I mean, the story's prepped. We got a web series prepped. We got a podcast prepped. We got a short film prepped, and we got a feature film prepped. So all these things are prepped in order to. We're doing a new traditional way, like the old finances. You go to an executive producer, and they say, "Well, what star do you have attached?" And let's see our business plan, and like, this is how it has to be so we can get our money back type of thing. Or you go to a VC and the VC's like, this, you got to do it the corporate way. I'm like, okay, so we can raise a finance to make the projects through selling these, which gives you benefit. And it's also a game. And it also, you own the assets so you can go sell them.
Bro, it's Kickstarter with equity. Like, I've been trying to
Kickstarter
tell people
2.0.
that are like, they're literally begging VCs for money, and I'm like, bro, your community wants you. They want to do a Kickstarter with
wanna give
equity.
you
It's
money.
called NFTs.
Yeah. It's like, so we can build everything through these. So the thing is, we have 4
Facts.
drops worth. We have 4. This is the first drop. We still have 4 drops of content right now to release immediately. We have 10 drops planned. We have story cards, which like they're starting to happen. So I can't say we're the first to do that, but the way that we do it is going to be a little bit different, I think. Story cards essentially like there's a story on each NFT that's released. So probably going to release some of those on OpenSea soon. Want to release on Solana. We
That's
released all of these in the infusion system, and the main system is going to be on Wax. But we want to release on every chain that you can possibly release on,
that.
because there's maxis all over the place, and they won't touch Wax. Like the OpenSea people will touch OpenSea and Ethereum.
No,
The
that's
Solana
fine,
people
because
will
we're
let-
building bridges. So be everywhere, because it's like having a hotel in every city.
Yeah.
And some cities have, surrounded by water. We're building bridges to get to them.
So yeah, the thing is, they all have collector score, and nobody's made a way to bridge all of the collector scores on the different chains. But when it's finally done, you'll have a massive leaderboard where people can see all of their
an
collector.
inoperable leaderboard. That's like, that should be a separate leaderboard. Like that's
Yeah,
the
there's
real
a-
fucking leaderboard right there.
Leaderboard for each chain, but then a master leaderboard for
Yeah.
everything combined.
The leader
So I mean, nobody's
leaderboard.
done it yet.
Massive
So
board.
this is a call for
Masterboard.
help right here.
Yes, sir.
This is a call for help. If anybody's seeing this and wants to do this, hit me up or hit Ken up, and let's make this a thing.
Oh man, scream in my Telegram. We have so many devs and doers in there right now. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Pretty wild.
So okay, I think we got through like the infusions and how the infusions will work. The thing is, anybody who's kind of new to this is going to need a little RAM. It's going to cost you like 1 to 2 wax. Just plug it into your personal wallet. I think I have a tutorial somewhere.
Yeah, 50 cents to $1, and you should have enough RAM to play with wax for a while.
For every transaction, you need a little RAM. That was a big barrier to entry for people buying packs. Half of them didn't know what the RAM requirement was, so I've like told at least a dozen people about
Yeah,
that. The
RAM is our guess.
The second biggest barrier to entry was Nefty does not have a credit card system to pay with a credit card, and the pain in the ass to get wax to pay in wax is like, it's known. Like
No,
we
I know.
probably sold double for that. I've tried to hit up Wax themselves, and nobody will respond.
So you
Not
have to
in
reach
Discord,
out
no
to Jonah at Atomic Hub, and they facilitate the credit card transactions through Atomic drops. It wouldn't be through a Nefty drop.
I'm like, whatever I got to do, like I
I'll
have a credit
introduce you
card
to
system.
Jonah. He's the CEO of Atomic Hub. He's the one that can help you with the credit card transactions.
I've chatted with him several times before we launched, and I've hit him up a couple times. Like, he's not replying to messages. Like, he must just be overwhelmed or something.
Oh,
Very busy.
yeah, he's been overwhelmed since 2 years ago.
I'm talking to Sven right now, trying to get whitelisted, and he's saying, like, because we think that other people have disappeared. They took wax and disappeared. I've called this a game. We don't technically have the game in place yet, so I'm gonna have to hit up Sven again and be like, yo, it's just whitelisted as a collectibles for now. When we have the game, we can switch it up. It's like, so right now, like, we're on the barrier of getting whitelisted on Atomic Hub because of that, because we said play, win, earn. Nobody's really earning yet, and nobody's technically playing yet because there's no leaderboards. But you are playing.
We got lucky, with me and Nathan and a lot of us we got into Atomic and Wax early, got whitelisted, got second level verifications, and it sucks when our friends are having a tough time getting in. It's like being at a nightclub and your friend can't get in because he's wearing flip-flops, and you're like, the fuck, bro, we have a bottle service at the table.
You don't have a button up.
Let my friend in, like,
just he has like a pet.
You don't have a button up, but you got a blazer.
He likes his turtle.
Yeah, I'm going outside to chill with my boy in his turtle. But this is why I say, let's support unwhitelisted projects. Like, if you can join that community, get to know who's behind it, then you can feel comfortable, buying non-whitelisted or whatever assets, because it's going to be really hard to get whitelisted the next couple months, probably for the next year.
Very hard, because everybody's doing it. You know who's getting whitelisted? All the multi-million-dollar companies who have been around forever.
I know, bro, and it's pissing. Like, that's why I'm like, fuck, I'm in that club, and I also look around like, look at all these fucking douchebags.
It's tough.
Like, they need to let more bros in here.
No, it's the issue is they're letting all those people because they're generating the income, but all the new people can't get in, and all the sales are going to the people that have been around since like the beginning of mankind. Like, it's like, I know my branding is like spot on because that was my focus. It's like, we got to make these look as badass as possible because nobody's heard of the project. We're starting bootstrap. All of our money's going into minting. Now we can start taking some of this maybe and do some marketing and stuff like that to pay, So
you're going to sponsor me to go to an Insane Clown Posse concert?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, only if I got to go too. Like, come on. Wild. We all got to go. We're doing that.
It sounds so easy.
So let's talk about like a developer standpoint. Let's talk about a developer standpoint and what it takes to get this stuff done. Like, it took 3 weeks to a month to get the packs done. Like, the thing was, found somebody who I liked their work and they'd never made a pack. I'm like, let's try it. Well, they didn't make a pack like this, but they made branding for other stuff. And I'm like, that looks good. This person, you want to find somebody who's going to be as adamant about working with you on the project as they are about getting paid. Like, other people just want to get paid and they put in the bare basic effort in every little thing that you ask for, they charge you. It's like a pain in the ass. The person who did this, absolutely love the guy. We're going to work with him forever. I love him.
Are you looking for anybody to bring this to like a 3D animation or anything? Are you looking for like artists to bring?
Always.
Well, Crypto
always,
Sultan
man.
in the
We want to
chat,
make
Sultan Crypto.
Gonna make as many kinds of art as you possibly can. Like, there is no stopping with this thing. The thing is, nobody's touching the clown niche like we are. We've got a decade worth of storyline. I told you what we have. There's way more that I'm not discussing. We've got way more storylines, arcs, spin-offs. If HBO said, let's make a show, we got a concept for that. We've got something for everything. We've been working on this a decade. This is not like we just came up with an idea.
No, this is, like you said, this is something you've been playing with for a long time and finally found like a way to bring it to life with NFTs.
The thing is, you could gut the clown concept and put any concept in here, and all the features alone are going to sell the project. Let's say you take one of the Bored Ape Yacht Club spin-offs and throw it in here. That thing will sell out like that just because that's what people are chasing dollar signs. They're not really chasing utility or something that they really like. Like, I was following people years before NFTs were a thing. And then I wake up one day to find out he'd sold like, what was it, 50 something $million piece. I'm like, what the hell?
69 million.
Damn, I've been following Beeple since he was on like a couple months into Instagram. And all of a sudden I wake up one day,
Yeah.
like, damn, what
Well,
the
you
hell?
never know. That could hopefully be me. I might be the people of NFTs. Oh, I remember when he was doing NFTs for $1.
You need a giant AR piece of artwork over the bay here. And
Yeah.
that can happen.
Ken,
I got these Kenny
Ken, you need to
dolls.
price. You need to have price instead of just going for the dollar, you know, like Dollar Tree type of approach. You should make fine art stuff that's like so badass with so many perks, and then price it out of control. Let me show you this real quick. Okay,
Well, I
so
feel like
what
my
we did here.
memberships are priced out of control. They're $420 each if you want to be a member, but we're providing a lot of value. Obviously, we're giving those members a pack of the cartel as well as other assets from other collections. We're trying to cross-pollinate all these communities, so the cartel have become bro bros, the bro bros join the cartel, and vice versa for all the others in that community. So that's
Yeah, the biggest power is cross-pollinating. If there's a way to cross-pollinate everything, let's do it. And I'll tell you something
You
cool
gotta
about
make
this.
me a clown and put me in this fucking series. Bro the clown?
Yeah.
Tell me that's not a fucking birth-given clown name.
Yeah, you give us
Check
Bro
this
the
out,
Clown,
though.
pollinate.
There's we can do that, Ken, but check this out. Okay, so originally we priced these all very reasonably priced. Then I was like, you know what, screw that. These are the very first mints of Billy Boy the Clown ever. And because I know what I know, and I know after a decade we're gonna have so much content, it'd be like releasing John Wick and having an NFT of it. And it was, nobody really knew about it. They went out to the theater like, oh, this is kind of cool. Next thing you know, it became a cult hit. They're on number 4 and 5 now with every major martial artist you could possibly think of.
Shit.
It's like one of the coolest shit you could possibly
Talk
find.
about overnight success on top of success.
Oh yeah. So I was like, you know what? Why am I pricing it like so stupid? I'm gonna change that one at some point too. But it's like, I change it to 1,111 NFT price because I was like, if other people are spending $500 million on a punk, we get that it's like the first NFTs ever. Like, so I get it. This is, I don't ever see this reaching the status level of a CryptoPunk. But if you could buy your favorite character, if a whale came in and bought this, that covers every single aspect, the game, all the storylines, the feature film, the graphic novel, everything. All the
Now, does that
content's out
come with
there.
utility? Are they like the fucking 51% shareholder of
Yes.
the company?
No, if they own this, they get every single perk for all the members area for life up to every level. So there's going to be levels of perks. Members area is floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, floor 4. Like going to a club, you're not getting into VIP unless you have this. You can go into the basic room where you could go and get behind the red rope or get your table, or you go into a completely private club you only know about if you know about, kind of thing.
I like that.
So these all have collector score. This has unlimited collector score. So this unlocks everything. This is similar to that. This is the first mint, but this one comes with a physical canvas assigned. Physical canvas, because of balance, 1111666 balance.
Who's making the
perfect balance.
physical canvas?
I already have it.
Oh,
It's already made. It's
okay.
of this piece.
Sick.
So you get that. This one I'll probably change it, but this is like, the
That's
second
awesome.
first appearance. This is called the Holy Grail of Grails. You'll never get a higher ranking Holy Grail than this. It has the highest collector score, highest everything. This is also a Holy Grail, but it's not Holy Grail of Grails.
I love that you're using OpenSea, Atomic Hub. You're talking about Solana. Like, this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Just like if I do end up getting a decent enough collection of cartel on Atomic Hub, I already know that that's going to encourage me to go over to Solana, go over to Ethereum. And I really, at this moment, have no interest in playing with other blockchains other than 2. I use Hive and Wax because of Steam Monsters or Splinterlands now, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like they have me using multiple chains. You could potentially be like a great, like, I wouldn't even say potential. This is going to be a great value to Wax because you're going to bring OpenSea over to Atomic Hub and Solana to Atomic Hub and all that.
my thing is everybody's so one-dimensional. This is my OpenSea and my Ethereum, and we're gonna do better than you, and we're gonna kill you. Like, stop with that. Why doesn't everybody just build just build for your community and just add value, focus on what you're doing, and let other people bridge everything.
Yeah,
Stop
it used to be like
focusing on me.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I mean?
mentality used to be the old school way of doing things, where you like get the Martha Stewart collection only at Kmart, and you're like, but there's only Walmarts near me, so that fucking sucks for Martha Stewart because I would have bought her comforter.
Yeah, it doesn't help
Here's the
anybody to
thing.
limit your success.
Here's something. Here's something is that every time we mint, we're not using the same piece of art. There's always going to be something different about it. So on OpenSea, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the same NFTs. Let's go down here and you see some. Okay, so these are different NFTs. When we do story cards, we'll add story onto these and then mint them onto OpenSea.
Like
when we
lore?
mint on Solana, we have similar art, but it's a variant. It looks completely different, but it's the same art piece, but it's made different. That will be minted on Solana. When we mint on Binance BSC, it will be the same art, but a variant. So once we run out of variants, then we have to go make more art. So there's never going to be a duplicate piece of art, because that would piss off collectors and it's just not right. So every time we make a piece, it's a completely different piece. We have 2,000 or 3,000 pieces of art. If you include the main chain, this would be like the main chain, and all the variants that come with it, there's 2,000 or something pieces. So I can take all of that and then mint it all over the place. When you're talking about wanting to be clowns, I knew so many special effects artists here in LA, and we're gonna go get a whole bunch of clown stuff. I know over 100 clowns that do this full time for a living, either as a cosplay
Have you ever
or
done
they
any
run
clowning?
haunted houses.
Yeah, can you juggle?
Have you clowned around at all?
No, I can't juggle.
I think it's a secret
yeah.
clown. I think he like dresses up.
The thing is,
He was one of the guys scaring kids on Facebook a few years ago.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah, of course I remember that. I remember all the pop-up mainstream false flag events, bro. There's hundreds of them. They won't leave my brain.
And we're in crypto. We're like this weird intersection of all these like odd cult things that happen.
Did you know that George A. Romero's son just released, I think it was like Fear the Walking Dead type of story NFTs? What they release it on? I don't remember. Wax, maybe?
Yeah,
No,
with they did some with Wax and some other things with like VV or Vive.
Yeah. So now they're, so it's like, I'm never going to be the first to do all these. I don't care about being first. I care that, for me, the main thing is like, no one's touching the storyline. There's literally no way anybody's ever going to, if there wanted to be a knockoff, you'll never catch up. There's zero chance. I don't care if you
Well,
try
you
to
don't
make
have to be
knockoff.
first as long as you're the longest, right? Like, you know, like Jonah, like you mentioned, Jonah said a lot of people do come into Wax. They do take a lot of our fucking crypto and they just stop. But it's the projects that stay here for a year or whatever. You know, it's been a little longer. Like, just keep putting time into it. People will keep collecting, and new collectors will come. But I think right now, with like new projects, people just want to see a few weeks or a few months or whatever add up behind the project. Doesn't matter if the sales aren't doing great or whatever. As long as you're still doing this a year from now, the sales will do great a year from now.
In some ways, it's like Tesla. Like they weren't around from the start.
Right.
They just had this awesome product. They had cool marketing.
Well, they also got bought out by Elon, and he rebranded and made it look like it was still his idea.
He's so there's a lot of things that doesn't matter if you're first. You just have to be awesome.
Yeah, just be awesome, bro. And this is
Lambo
awesome.
wasn't the first car brand.
That's what I was telling Juan at Nifty Blocks. Like, if you're going to build features, my first pitch to him was like, there's a lot of features you don't have that I need. If I sell packs and I could like reinvest that money into paying you, they're like, oh, we don't work like that. If we build a feature, everybody gets it. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. Because some of these features, like, I wanted personally just for Cartel, but it's like, at that point, to me, it doesn't really matter, I guess, because if you're going to come into this, you're not coming in for the features.
Yeah.
The features are just a yes and to this, the subject matter. If you don't like clowns, just avoid this thing altogether.
Well,
You know
yeah,
what I
don't
mean?
buy anything you don't like in general. And that's like the biggest ethos of NFTs. If it goes to zero, you better still like looking at it. Don't buy
This
anything.
is
And if it goes to $1 million, you better feel hard. Like, it better be hard to sell, even at $1 million, because that's how much you like looking at it.
and I have to think about all the aspects. Like, just because this is, we technically you cannot advertise this at all as an investment vehicle. This is not that. This is a collectible. This is a game. We are building stuff. You have to bear with us, but at the same time, it's like I gotta keep in mind, like, do you just want to be selling microtransactions products for your whole time, or do you want to offer different super exclusive things that it takes those microtransactions to get super rare stuff, like giving away NFTs that you're only going to get if you complete infusions, or if you have a collector score of this by this time.
Active collectors.
Yeah, you got to stay active if you want to get the perks. Like, we're so early in this thing.
This is what I was just talking about the other day with Crypto Stash. There's no such thing as passive income in crypto. You have to be an active community member. And if you're not an active community member, you're not going to make passive income. So technically, there's no such thing, because you have to have your finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
I saw that yesterday. I pretty much watch every week, because I put notifications on you're in Stash's live, so I'm watching every week. I'm learning a lot from you guys. It's awesome.
I really appreciate that, man.
Like,
so I guess we gotta wrap things up. We're a little over on the hour. I'm here in Miami at the Miami Crypto
yeah, for sure.
So let's see. What do you want to make sure we mention before we get going, bro?
One last thing I'll mention is, like, constantly check back on the website and join the Discord. Like, not everybody's always active in here, but join it regardless. We're starting to build. Discord's probably the best place to find, because I'm adding different places where you can find stuff. Like, every time we sell packs, like, I'm gonna have to update this again. We have only this many packs left. Once they're sold out, they're gone. Contests, giveaways, stuff like that. On the website, you want to constantly check back. What I added yesterday was, like, every time we get new clowns in here, enemies or friends, we're gonna make a profile of it. So as we get more clown partners, you can come here and find about the character and then visit their social medias if there is one.
Bro, the clown needs to be a partner, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll get there.
I want to be like a Christmas clown, like bro the clown, but like in a Santa Claus suit, all fucking clowned out.
I was thinking like a tree.
So yeah, we'll do cross promos. That's the big thing. Reaching out to clowns. We put tutorials on here so that it's easier for people to understand how it works.
Thank you.
So many people are like, how does it work? News and updates, all the drops. We're putting a checklist of all of the NFTs that are in the pack, so you can know what you're missing and what to look for. Because I don't think there's a system on Nifty Blocks that shows you what you're absolutely missing right now to fill the sets and all that.
Yeah, no. So, as a creator of NFTs and a seller, I run my own atomic store. I feel like a lot of people that sell NFTs themselves don't appreciate people like you, making an on-ramp that's benefiting the entire ecosystem that I'm a part of. Like, you're creating tutorials that don't just help the cartel, but it helps the bros too. It helps everybody that's using, wax or NFTs.
How to use the features. If the features exist on Nifty, then it's like helps everybody that understands Nifty. Making tutorials about how to get wax and use RAM and send and receive, all these things. Like, they're gonna help, subtly bridge the gaps. So yeah, I guess, like, other than that, just pay attention to, like, the Twitter, the Discord. Constantly check up here. 100% get on the email list, because that's the first place you're gonna get anything. If you want to get on the white list, I'll do a follow up, but I'll make a separate list just so I know who's joining for whitelist. Until we sell out the rare packs, then I'll shut off the whitelist. Once the rare packs are sold out, they're done. Anybody who wants let me find where we're at. Anybody who wants any of these rare packs, the only way to get them is being on whitelist. You can get up to 3. I will add your wax wallet. Usually it's like, just reach out to me on social, or reach out to Play Cartel, or reply back to the email with the wax. We'll hand plug in this. The best thing is you're guaranteed every rarity, you're guaranteed at least one of those rarities inside. So Iconic is guaranteed 1 Iconic NFT, guaranteed 1 uncommon NFT, guaranteed 1 rare NFT. This one's stacked. I did this on purpose for whitelisters. I was trying to think, how do we get back to the whitelisters? This would have been priced like $50 or $60 if you put them in order of rarity, because this one's like 28 and it's uncommon. This is
Oh,
the rare.
gotcha.
So it's like, this is super cheap. You definitely want this, and there's only 1,031 packs. So if you're opening them or you're using for infusions, there's only that many chances, probably, maybe, to get the legendary packs. So you need these. And then if you're trying to do the legendary infusion challenge, you're probably gonna have to buy a bunch of commons, because when you open the wrapper, it has all the variants, and you're gonna need all the variants. So that's wrapping for me. Like, if you want to reach out, Play Cartel on Twitter, Play Cartel on Instagram. Instagram is Cartel NFT, because someone has Play Cartel. I'm still trying to get that. Play Cartel on Facebook. Go to the website, join the newsletter, Discord. I know there's a lot of things to do. Main thing is like get in Discord or the email.
You got playcartel.eth yet? Because if not, you should grab it, since I said it out loud.
And you should have had it. 'Cause you would've
Damn.
got the airdrop.
now you're putting me on the spot. Okay, I better go get that immediately.
I do want to let people know, and I guess if you're on my team, 3, 2, 1. If you go to the description in the YouTube video, there is a link to a Twitter giveaway. Kyle's going to reach out. You have to make sure you add the playcartel.com into your bio. Change your PFP profile photo to the Play Cartel photo in the tweet. The tweet link is in the YouTube video description below, right here. If you're watching this video, click on the description, go to Twitter, follow these steps, and Kyle's going to reach out, send some people some NFTs. Make sure you follow the steps. You have to change your bio. You have to update your bio, update your profile photo, a couple other things, and Kyle's going to hook you guys up. And also, if you have a brobros420.com membership, Kyle's going to send our members a pack. That's going to be screenshot very soon. So if you buy a pack later today, you're probably not, or if you buy a membership later today, you're probably not going to get a pack, because we're going to take a snapshot and then we're going to send him the list. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Go enter the Twitter campaign, win a Cartel NFT, join the 420, brobros420.com memberships, get yourself a pack, and have a day.
Have a day.
All right, that one was for the team. Somebody clip that, and we'll put that on Twitter, okay? I'm going to get going now. Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Thank you.
Yeah! Woo! Yes. Everybody, okay, Colin, yep, I know. Hey, I gotta talk to you about something. About something right now. Look at this. Tokens. So you're going to get your NFTs, right? You gotta get your NFTs. Get your NFTs. Okay, now listen. So you got your token. You got your phone device here. Where's your NFTs? What is this? I gotta talk to you about this. It's called the Kin Token. You need to get the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. NFTs, right? 3 hours each. Hey, folks. Kin Tokes. Well, howdy, folks. Me and my little buddy here don't want y'all to get caught up in the rat race. So you're gonna get your Kin Tokens early. You're gonna wait for that airdrop until the membership sells out. Now you could take that to the bank. You could take that to the decentralized blockchain technologies, buddy.
Alrighty there, okay.
It's the freaking Kin Token, folks. Get the Kin Token. It's the Kin Token, folks. Kin Token. Get the Kin Token, folks! You need to get the Kin Token! Get the Kin Token before it's too late! It's like he's, like, I get it, like, Kin's Token. He's like, because he's like, token. Kin's Token.